All right, what's up, world? How you doing? Um, I was watching this video of this Marine scout sniper talking about his time in Vietnam, and he was talking about that distinctive noise of mortar rounds coming out of the tube before they're launched, and man, we got mortared the second time I was in Iraq. We got mortared so many times. It was 5, 6 times a day. 8, 10, sometimes less, sometimes more mortars a day, and it, you never knew where they were going to hit. And they would take blocks of ice and put them in the tubes, set the mortars, and when the sun melted the the ice, they would fall down and go off. So they didn't even have to be there when they didn't even have to be there to see the carnage that they were producing. And you couldn't walk everywhere. And I had gone with my team of guys, and we had put bunkers, little like hideout bunkers, wherever we possibly could. And that noise, it haunts my dreams sometimes. And I can't get it out of my head, but at the same time, I know now that because I've found Jesus and because I'm no longer scared of something that can no longer hurt me, I know that it's just in my head. It's just the past coming back to fuck with me. And I remember this one time, and I was on the phone, in the satellite phone, in the little phone tent that we had there, and it wasn't much internet, and so you could get on internet, but 5 minutes at a time, and sometimes even less, depending on how many people were there. Getting on the internet was kind of pointless, but you could always make a call back to the States, and you could always hear somebody on the other line behind you, so there was always somebody listening, and there was an echo and a time delay. And I remember I hadn't talked to my wife at the time for a very long time, and I think it was late at night back home, but it was shortly after morning chow, and I was just trying to get a quick phone call in to say I was all right. And you heard that noise, and you could hear the first explosion, and then my wife said, "What was that?" And then the phones went dead, and I knew it instantly to get the heck out of the tent. And just as I got out and around the corner and jumped down behind a Jersey barrier, I heard an explosion behind me, and then a bunch more explosions in the same area. And when the confusion and everything stopped, and because you knew there was nothing you were fighting, because it wasn't actually somebody trying to attack you, it was somebody that had set basically like a time delay booby trap to just constantly fuck with us. And it was draining, but you just kept going on, and you knew it didn't matter how many bunkers you made, or if you were going to go in your sleep, or you're going to go while you're sitting on the porta-john. And I knew a bunch of people that went for that reason. They were sitting on a porta-john and got blown up. And or sitting in the galley, or sitting in their sleeping in their beds. And anyways, I felt this guy's pain instantly because I still hear that noise. And when I got my bearings straight, got back up, I saw that there was smoke coming out of the tent that I was just in, and there was always a Marine or one of my guys that would sit watch inside that tent. And when I opened the flap of the tent, you could see the hole in the top of it and all the holes from the shrapnel. I went back inside, and the guy that had been running the phone center had caught a round right into his lap, and he was still alive, and called for a medic. And the guys were already calling ahead and trying to get, you could hear people trying to, the call ran out, and I'm basically just holding this guy's hand, and as he's talking to me, and that last couple minutes before that man died, he was just thinking about his mom. I mean, I don't know if he had a wife or a kid or anything like that, but he's like, I just want to go home to my mom. And I picked myself up after that, and I went back to work, and I wasn't able to talk to my wife for quite some time. And when I did, she had no idea what happened. And when somebody dies over there, they would shut down all phone communication, and for the fact that hopefully that somebody didn't send out information on the web or a phone call and then it got out on Facebook or anything like that, and so that his parents or his loved ones could be informed before somebody just blurted it out on the internet. And you saw that happen quite a bit too. And she was angry and sad and happy all at the same time that I was okay. And I never told her what had happened, but I can imagine how she felt. But at the same time, sorry, and just so you can see my son Michael. Say hey, bud.
You can't actually see me. Hi. I might look like I just came out of the dock. I actually didn't. I'm the one sitting on the phone.
Anyways, he's awesome. He's just coming out here to check on me, and at that point in my life, I never really explained to anybody when I did come back, and I couldn't accept somebody saying thank you for your service, and I kind of played it off as aloof, and my kids kind of joked about it because they knew that I didn't feel worthy of anybody's thank you. But I also never explained all the shit that I went through over there, so yeah, I didn't go through the same war as some other people, and I definitely didn't have it near as hard as a lot of people. But those are the memories that stick in my head, and the more that I realize that those things can no longer hurt me, the more I realize that fear is just something that isn't real. It's not tangible. And it's only because I found Jesus, and I believe in God, and I believe that we just have to keep getting up and going forward, not for ourselves, but for everybody else around us. And it's so real hard sometimes, but I thank everyone for listening, and at the same time, I thank everyone that comes and comments negatively too, because it reaffirms my love for Jesus, and the fact that there's nothing on this earth physically that can hurt me, and not too much anymore mentally that can hurt me. And I have my family that I will always try to do better for, and I have Jesus. So may God bless us all. One love, one race under him, and that's the human race for all you non-believers out there. Our lives matter. His life mattered. Jesus loves you yesterday, today, and for all of eternity. Much love, and say goodnight, bud.
I'm the spooky man. Hi.
Say goodnight, bud.
Good night, guys.
Love you.
Love you guys.
Good night.